Oaks from Putnam County, West Virginia. We're back, baby. What's going on, son? What's happening? What's happening? Dynamite here, baby. Where's my crazy bird? Where's my crazy bird? Hey, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, in, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. What it is? Baby. We're back. We're still here. We're still here.
Still here
all day
long,
baby. All day.
All day long. West Virginia pie.
All day. Ain't going nowhere. We'll be here till the day I die. Promise.
Right, dog.
All right, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Zach, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Poca, West Virginia.
And tell me about your childhood. You had both your mom and dad growing up?
No, I had just my dad. Well, like a mom figure, my grandma was there, but my mom pretty much abandoned me at birth. Don't really know exactly how to go about that, but I had my dad, and he was the more parent I seen every day. I lived with him.
How would you describe your childhood?
Rough. It was rough. It definitely was.
In what ways?
Just growing up with the want of a boy wanting his mother is always strong, especially whenever you're, at such a young age, 5 and under, you're going to be right there by your mama's hip, And so I ran my grandma absolute rampant. I ran her rampant because I wanted my mom all the time, and she was the only one that was there. So was my dad. But it was a hard childhood. Got picked on a lot in the school, and didn't have mom, and dad was kind of abusive in ways, but it was. I don't really know, man. It was really rough.
Yeah. What kind of kid were you in high school?
Kind of kid was I in high school? Well, I lost my dad my freshman year of high school.
Oh, no.
And then I ended up getting placed in placement center. Not even 3 months after he died. I didn't want to go to placement. I just wanted somebody to understand that, hey, I'm grieving. And
how'd you lose your dad?
he died on a 4-wheeler out Heiser Creek, about a mile from my house. He was
working where?
No, he was riding a 4-wheeler.
Oh, just 4-wheeler.
Yeah. He got on the 4-wheeler, and he done this every day. He'd come home from work, and he was up there at Jaeger building the military base up there. Well, he was wiring, and he was an electrician. And he'd come home every day, and it wasn't nothing for my dad to go get on the 4-wheeler and say, hey, I'm going to Jerry's. Hop down the road and come back an hour or two later.
Yeah.
Oh, this time he leaves at 6:30 and doesn't come back, and I get a knock on the door at 6:40 saying that he's in the creek and slapped boulders off a 4-wheeler and everything. So I ended up losing him September 12th of 2011 that day. So my high school pretty much was screwed after that. It went to shit.
And you lived with who after that?
My grandma. She, bless her heart, and my grandpa too, but my grandma's mom had a trailer put next to my grandpa's log cabin out Heiser. And, well, when her mom died, my dad ended up getting her trailer put off, and he put a trailer there. So when he died, I took the trailer over with my grandma until I come of age to be able to pay the bills and all that other good stuff. So I ended up living with her until 18, and I lost her in 2017.
And what, after you graduated high school, what'd you do?
Well, I ended up trying to go and starting into school, but that didn't work out. So I ended up going and doing environmental management, landscaping over in.
Did you finish high school?
Yeah, I'm a graduate, class of 2014. Yep.
And like a lot of people down here in this part of the country, drugs are a part of the picture.
Oh yeah.
Were they for you as well?
Oh yeah. It started like. I'm 25 now. It didn't start until I was 20, but that was after a lot of mental exhaustion. You know what I mean? I lost, dad. I didn't snap from my dad until 2014, and then me and my son's mom split up, and that just kind of sent me over the deep end. And I didn't want to be here anymore. I got real suicidal, and then drugs started getting into the play with it. And I was on day report, so I couldn't really smoke any marijuana or anything, so I just didn't want to be here anymore. So I started doing that. It was, like I was telling you earlier, it's in not prolonging, but just helping speed up the process of an inevitable death. This is indirect suicide. So I did that for about 2 years on and off, and I've been.
So what was your drug mostly?
Methamphetamine. It's real down here, man. It's real.
Yeah, crystal meth and heroin are the big drugs down
Yep,
there.
it's real, man. It's no joke. I lose friends over it all the time. I've lost one of my best friends, John Baker. He was 43 years old. The man, I was in Logan, and he called me crying, saying that he needed me, and I didn't get to him. And then the next day, I get a phone call, and he was found laying up over there at a hot dog place over in Cross Lanes. And
yeah, drugs are so prevalent down here for your generation.
It is.
How many? I mean, what percentage of your friends are using drugs?
Dude, if I had to say, out of all the guys that I knew and all the girls that I knew growing up from school, man, I'd have to say at least if somebody ain't popping pills, or if one of them ain't drinking, or it could be either hard dope. I mean, I'd have to say like 60, 70, a hard 60, 70% from my class or any of the other people that I grew up that was from an older class or under me. I see that too.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think the reason for that is?
Personal opinion, the reason for that, lack of stability, structure. Might be an in-home thing with the parents, because a lot of the kids around this generation, honestly, they don't want to work either. So all they want to do is just, party and do drugs, man. So that's a lot of it is the younger generation. But
and aside from hunting or just walking the mountains, there's not a whole lot to do here.
No, I mean, you got hunting, you got whitewater rafting, you can go down the New River. I go down there all the time and hit, and I got a camp there. I do fishing. I'll fish on the Greenbrier and the New.
I mean, it's a beautiful part of the country.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's beautiful in Hinton. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't been, you need to go.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Spectacular, really.
Yes.
But still, there's so much addiction.
There is. It's everywhere. There is no place that you can go that doesn't have it.
What do you think of the future for this region with so much of your generation addicted?
I'm hoping that everything doesn't continue to decline and go to fault like it is, because it's slowly withering away. I mean, I can see half of my kids from my class are, I am one of them statistics. I did mess around with it. That's my bad deed, and you got to be accountable for it. Now, I am one part of that statistic, but it's real.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's killing us.
Yeah. So currently, are you using still, or?
No, I've been clean since August 12th, I would want to say. Yeah, August 12th of, it's 2021 now, so August of 2019. Because my son's birthday was on the 16th. And that was whenever I was in Logan. It was whenever my buddy John Baker called me. And it just really hit me. It was like, he got hit with a hot shot. He didn't, I don't think he did a hot shot though. What I think happened is he ended up doing too much of one or the other together. And it slowed and blew his heart. And then I heard about that, and it killed me. To where I like to drink a beer every once in a while. I didn't even want to touch marijuana. I didn't even want to touch beer, man. It hurt me. I mean, he was 43 years old, but that man was like, we was together every day.
Yeah. And then your young son gave you another reason.
Yeah. And my son, man, is the first 2 years after mine and his mom, split, I take accountability for it. I take responsibility for it. I should have been there, but in my eyes, I didn't want to give him another my mom. You know what I mean? I didn't want to pretend that I'm there and not, and even when I'm there, I'm not there.
Yeah, but you're raising your son.
Yeah, well, me and his mom do split. I'll have him, she'll have him throughout the week, or if I have available time, I'll come and pick him up throughout the week and keep him and take him to school. Mm-hmm. I got court-ordered visitations with him on the weekends. Yeah. So he's my inspiration. He's my drive.
That's great. And you're working currently?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What do you do now?
I work at Wendy's right now on Nitro. I'm getting ready to start trying to train for management. And then currently trying to branch out and get out of the fast food right now. But I mean, if it's a job, it's a job, pays my bills and keeps my kid and what he needs. So,
yeah. And you're a fighter as well.
oh yeah,
Yeah. I actually met you through. It's almost like a fight club thing that they had organized here. What's it called?
Rough and Rowdy.
Rough and Rowdy. So they have it at like this Charleston Convention Center.
Yeah, man.
It's like a fight club, but it's
yeah.
You guys, no helmets.
No helmets, no headgear, no headgear, no knee pads, shin pads, no guards.
You
nothing.
get paired up and you guys beat the crap out of each
Yeah,
other.
you get paired up and you just beat the crap out of each other, man. It's I think it's a West Virginia originated thing. Now, I've seen it all the time. My buddies have done it, cousins have done it. I've never done it. And then Wyatt talked me into it, and I was like, all right, man. I was like, let's go. So I ended up fighting an amateur boxer and ended up winning. So
good for you.
yeah, man, it was pretty cool. You know, I've always been a fighter, though, man. I like to fight.
Yeah.
Only self-defense, though. I've actually never started a fist fight before. I've always ended them.
That's great. What's the most important thing you've learned in your life?
Most important thing I learned in my life. Time. Life and love, my friend. Those all mixed together with me because I've buried a lot of people. The only people that's left that carry my last name is my son, me, and my granddad. That's it. So, like, time, life, and love. That's all that is one thing to me because I've lost a lot of each. And best advice that I could give or anything that I could say as of that, cherish it. Because telling you, I took for granted my time and my life and the love of the people that I had around me. And now that they're all gone, it's sitting here wishing that I could have done things differently. Do things differently before you ever have to think about, man, I wish I could have done things differently. Yeah. Do things differently.
Well, you've changed your life.
Yeah,
significantly.
Drastically.
Yeah, I mean, the role model you are for your son is pretty great.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you're going to love somebody, love them. Don't, beat around the bush with them. Don't fake it. Don't have two faces. Don't be a snake in the grass. Just be real. If you love somebody, love somebody. If you are going to put time in somebody, put time in somebody. If that's because that's your life, take it seriously. Because you ain't promised tomorrow. You ain't promised the next 5 seconds. My dad went 6:30. He was gone at 6:40. 10 minutes. Don't take it for granted. It's not promised.
All right, Zach. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Ain't no problem, brother. I appreciate it.
I wish you and your son lots of luck.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.